Hello and welcome to today's Unreal Engine stream. Today we will add a data asset to our game that we can set all our map settings in this asset and not in each actor. Since the last video, I added a main building to the game, and this main building has some starting resources, and therefore I made a data asset with map settings where you can define the starting resources of the map. And now we want to add some other settings to this data asset. For example, the starving time of our residents. That's why we'll go through all our actors and check what settings should be made in the map setting data asset. So we will so here is the starting building, and when we start the map we can see there are some output materials in this building: 30 wood and 10 raw meat. And this is set to in the map settings. Now when we do 20 raw meat instead of the 30, there is 20 raw meat over there. So, and before we start with this, yes. Before we start with this, we will change the enum name of wood to lumber. And hope it don't break the game. Rename lumber. So let's see what changed. Not much, that's good. We also should change the display name. Lumber. Maybe the change of this material type removes my selections. We can see it here. Yes, wood is now lumber. And now we have to find everything where wood is selected. Let's check the game state. Oh, that's player state. Okay, here it's fine. Lumber is lumber. 1, 2. It changed automatically because it's set in the constructor. So let's check the construction site. There is nothing, that's good. Let's check the crafting building. This is okay, it's also good, but the workshop here is lumber. And the factory building here should be also the demand component lumber. Then the gather building, hunter's hut is fine, but lumberjack hut get lumber. The main building should be fine. The mining building also should be fine, and the residential building is also fine. And the last one, the storage building, looks good as well. Let's see when we start if we have a crash. We build a small house. No, I know one more. When we check the widget icon mapping, there should be lumber. And okay, one more crash. Okay, yeah, the Furious widget contains also the lumber material type. Let's check this out, and then we are ready to go. I'm looking forward to my settings, because when I have these settings as it finished, I think we can see the complexity of the game very good. Okay, lumber is here. We can build a lumberjack hut, give the job to this guy, and he get, oh, the trees need a lumber as resource. The resource component, lumber, and here the same resource component, lumber. Let's see again, lumberjack hut. We also build a workshop here. And he does lumber, that's good. And when we build another house, he do transport. He takes the wood from the starting building and brings it to the workshop. And when I change it to work at the workshop, oh, where's it going? He went the completely wrong way. Okay, but he is working. I'm not sure why. Oh, he needs. Oh, we don't have. The demand component of this is missing. Okay. Let's go on with the map settings. So we have our starting resources, and now we want to set the settings of our residential building. So we open the header file and see which settings we could make in one. The first one is consumption time in seconds. So how often will be food consumed, and we want this in the map settings. So we can choose for each map how fast the residents are starving and how much food they need. Which means we copy this one and add it to our data asset. We call it residential settings, and we keep the default at 10. And then we want to use this in our residential building. So I'm not sure. Yeah, we have to set it in the begin play. We make this blueprint read only. And remove. It really doesn't matter. Remove it completely. And when we begin play, we set it to our data asset time. So we have the data asset is stored in the game state. Let's see, it's called, how is it called? Data asset get okay, we have a look. I'm not sure how I called it. Get map settings. We get the map settings. We include it to our header file. We include the header file and get the consumption time in seconds. Oh, and we have to do it before we start the timer. So now we use this consumption time in our residential building. Let's see how, if we have more usage of it. View widget, get food consumption time in second. Is still working. Let's check. Get food, yeah. This is fine. And we go on with another. So the characters are fine, consumption time is fine. Food consumption bonus map. So we want this map in our settings because it defines how fast our residentials work with some food. and we call this food consumption time in second. Okay. So we edit the defaults only, and we do basically the same. We remove this here, and now we edit here. So this is pretty easy, but does a lot of improvement to set the map settings. So here is the food consumption bonus map. So let's see what it does now after we added these two things. Because we have to recreate the food consumption bonus map, and maybe later we can add some functionality for automatically add all food to this bonus map. So the food consumption bonus map is how faster our workers get with when they eat this food. So let's try it out. We have food consumption time. We try out 2 or 5. Let's do 5. And we add the food consumption bonus map for roasted meat, and the bonus is 0.25. So when they when one character have effectiveness of 0.5, with this he gets to 0.75. He runs faster. So to test this now, we add roasted meat to our starting building. And start this. So we see the food consumption time is 5. And when I get to make him transport guy, he brings food. So it's now 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. So this is working. And when we do 10, and we again make him transport guy. Now we can see food consumption is 10. And let's see. And now, yes, that's 10 seconds. But we can't see the effectiveness, the current effectiveness right now. That's an issue of my UI. I will just write it down for my to-dos. But we believe it's working right now. And let's check out our residential building blueprint. So we still have the resident character class. And I think I will keep this one here in my house, because when I create another residential building, it will be a farm for working animals, and then the resident character class will be different. And this depends on the building itself. Yeah, and we'll for now it stays here. So let's get back to our header file. So this one is the resident character class we currently talked about. We keep it here. Then we have our demand and our component. And our demand component tells us what food we are demanding. In this building. And I'm not sure. Yeah, we will have to set this in our game and not in the default values. Which means we write it down for our UI. Set food constant. So it's always good when we can write down some to-dos. So the demand component will be set in the UI, which means we will keep it that way for now. We don't need it in our map settings. And now we have finished with the residential building, I would say. This one is later and this one will stay here. And at last we check out the transit component if there are any settings. No. Transit component doesn't need some settings. So we basically can remove the edit defaults only, because we don't have to edit the defaults. We want to edit the spawn arrow component because we want to place it here. That's fine. But we don't have to edit the transit component defaults. And later, when we are finished with the to-dos I wrote down right now, we can also remove the edit defaults of the demand component. And then we have pretty clean residential building extra. Okay, we finished with this one. Let's check out, just to be sure, our main building, because our main building is also a resource building. Okay, I'm sorry. I will increase the volume. So we finished with this, and go on with main building. Also just has a residential character class, that's fine. And because I saw right now, we go on with the building. Because everything is a building. And check out the edit default. So building mesh component has to be editable, collision component also, all error components. The construction site class depends on the building mesh, so we keep it also here. But the material costs okay. So I'm trying to be louder. I think I have to talk a little bit louder because my microphone is not that sensible, I think. So the construction material costs, I'm not sure if we want to keep it here or we want to add it to our settings. But maybe it's smart to have the same building costs on every map, on every level. So it would be confusing when it's not always the same. So we keep it here for now. Maybe we make a different asset only for construction costs. Okay, so now I will go on with my next building. I will check the crafting building. So our crafting building has a crafting template array, which are all items a workshop can craft. And this is a setting, I would say. So in this case, we only have the stone axe. And we will add a setting called craftable tools or craftable items. Is this smart? I'm not sure, because when I have multiple workshop buildings, they can craft multiple tools. But in every map I will have a workshop. Yeah, I will add it to the settings and call it workshop craftable. Let's copy it here. So call the category workshop settings. we add this here as a struct. I made a struct for my crafting template. And when it opens up, where I can define what tool is crafted and what it needs. And it has its own demand component. So back here, we call this workshop crafting tool templates. Template array. So this will be all items that can be crafted in the workshop. And test. Oh, I boosted my macro a little bit. So so now we do the same than before. We go to our crafting building, set this to read only, and we'll define the crafting templates. In the begin play function of the craft building, get map settings, and the workshop crafting. Oh. And now when we recompile, I check out the sound of my microphone a second. Okay, I think it's fine. So now we have our workshop crafting template array here. We add one. We want them to craft a stone axe. And for this he will need some lumber and some stone. One lumber and one stone, for example. And now we check out our crafting building here. This one's fine, and now we have crash. Let's see the core stack. Maybe it's because of recompiling without restarting the engine. Okay, I try even a little louder. So normally nobody listens. That makes it's no problem when I'm very not loud enough. And in my YouTube videos, I raise the sound a little. But I'm glad that somebody is listening today. So let's see if our workshop is still working now. No crash, that's good. We create the workshop and we have the active crafting template StoneX, and now we try to make a StoneX and use it. We build a lumberjack hut and a mining building. We create some houses, so we have more worker. This guy will be the lumberjack. This guy will be a transport guy, and this one will be the mining guy. So now there is incoming lumber for my workshop, and some stones gathered to my workshop. And after this I have enough stone. He will be my workshop guy, and now he should be crafting stone axes. And when we set here that he used the stone axe as a tool, he should bring the stone axe to the workshop, but he doesn't. Ah, he does. Oh, he brings food everywhere. Yeah, he is really stressed out. I will make another transport guy. Oh, no, he did. Oh, did he? No, he did. Oh. Now he brings axes to my lumber check. Oh, and my lumberjack can only cut these trees with the axe, but his storage is full. We make him another transport guy, and we store lumber here. So now they will bring the lumber from my lumberjack hut to the storage and I will stop making. Oh, it's interesting. Where is my workshop guy? The button didn't work because I clicked stop before. So now he got his access and now people are bringing wood away and now he should cut this tree because it has an X. And he do. So crafting tools is working. Oh! Now I have this crash, I had it before. Something is wrong with the AI movement. But we will not fix this now. Thanks. For now it's not finished at all, but it's working like expected. I don't know Banish, but yeah. Yeah. Exactly, you have to build a town and transport things. It's more focused on transporting things than building the town. So you have to build efficient. Okay. We ignore this crash. We don't know why it's happening. We go on with our work. So we have the crafting template here in our settings. We also want the crafting time. Oh, wait a minute. This is not working like the kitchen is also a crafting building. I can't set this here. Yeah. This was stupid. Because I can't set the crafting template to all crafting buildings, because the kitchen is a crafting building and the workshop is a crafting building. And therefore they can't have the same crafting templates. Which means it has to stay here. Which means we remove this completely. Here we keep it crafting building here and we remove these. Yeah, we have to keep it here in the crafting building so that we set in the blueprint what will be crafted. So today it's pretty nice. I didn't have 4 viewers for a while. It always was myself. Maybe we get to the 5 viewers the first time when I'm lucky and the bot arrives. Okay, crafting building can't be set directly in the map settings. We will keep it that way, and which means a workshop, for example, will do always the same templates, the same. Yeah, it makes sense. A workshop can make an axe, can make a knife, can make a bow or something like this. And this will be always the same. And when I want another workshop with other tools, then I have to make a new blueprint. It's fine. So let's explain what I did so we can see the crafting template of my workshop here again, what we did before in the settings. But I also have a kitchen, and the kitchen has completely different crafting template arrays. For example, here roasted meat from raw meat. And when I do this in the C++ class, it's overwritten. So this was a fail for me. We go on to the factory building, and maybe it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Because a factory building has a production material type map, which means how much is he producing. And this is different for every factory. Here, for example, a lumber mill produces 1 plank and demands 1 lumber. So 1 lumber will be 1 plank. The only thing I could change is the setting here in the demand component, because it's hidden down here. So we will write this down for our to-dos. We want to set the demand component in the access settings. So that we can define the needed material for the 1 plank directly here. It makes more sense. Similar to my to the crafting building here, where I have a crafting template, and in this crafting template I can set the material type and what input I need for it. Basically, I will use this crafting template in my factory building. So yesterday I was not sure what I should do next, and now I'm writing down a lot of things. That's good. Okay, but none of this will be a map setting. Let's go to the next building, the gather building. So we have to get a refresh timer. This will always be the same. It's useless that I can't set it to default. So let's keep it that way. The maximum output amount is also for the building, because how much storage space has this building, and when I make a bigger building, I want to change this in the blueprint. So these are the materials this building can gather. Also important for the blueprint, can't be changed in the C++ class. And then I have the demand tool component settings. Let's see what this is exactly. We're here at the gather buildings. So we have the demand. Let's check out the Lumberjack card. So this defines which tools are used in this building. The only thing I could make global is the tool durability. But it would also make sense to keep it here, and we will. That's fine. The ghost building doesn't have any settings. Only the material. Oh, yeah, this makes sense. We do this. Or do we? No. We will not change it. It will be over red and white, I think. So yesterday I thought there will be a lot of settings to add to the asset, to the map settings asset, but now I'm not sure about it. Okay, ghost building, main building is, there is nothing. Okay, let's see the mining building. So the mining material type map is how much or what materials this mining building can mine, and how much it mines per step, per tick. Or how long, I'm not sure. Oh, I think it's how long it takes to mine one stone, for example. Okay, but this is also fine. We already did the resident building, and the last one is the storage component. And this is also easy. So let's see which assets, which settings we have now in our custom data asset. Just the 3. So we didn't do a lot of changing right now. Let's check the map settings. Okay, it's fine. We will finish the video for now. It was a lot of explaining, but I think we understand the video better, the game better, and the settings. And I will start to work on my to-dos. And wish you a nice day. Bye bye.